Hi, Crystal Star Witchery. This is Lisa, and I had a viewer request to talk about cleansing. So cleansing is something that every witch needs to do on a regular basis, at least once a month to once a week. You don't want to go more than once a week because you get too obsessed with cleansing. You're not doing other things, and I'll talk about why that's important. For one thing, we're surrounded by all kinds of emotions and negative things go on in our lives. We all have our ups and downs, and it's just important to, when you're a witch, you're opening yourself up to all kinds of influences. You're going to be working with spirits, and some of them aren't as all happy, fluffy, be nice to you all the time. You're also getting more sensitive to other people's emotions, and you're also learning that you're going to manifest things in your life, and your thoughts, if they get too negative, too kind of energy that brings you down. I'm talking about sadness. I'm talking about depression. I'm talking about anger and ennui, which is like, I don't give a shit, you know, that kind of thing. And just like, you know, the kind of thing where people just perpetuate more negative on more negative on more negative, and you want to cleanse that out. Also, you can't always blame other people, spirits, for negative energy. A lot of our negative energy comes from right here in your brain. And your brain's your most powerful tool. And if you're thinking, I'm having a bad hair day, I don't feel good about myself, I don't like that I messed up at work, I don't like that I got a bad grade on a paper, I'm not feeling real good about myself, that's you perpetuating negative energy. Right there. And you really need to get a grip. And one of the first things to start is cleansing. Now cleansing, this is the meat and potatoes of cleansing. You can use some kind of tool. A lot of people are really fond of sage. Now, I have personal feelings about sage. I like sage a lot. It's very portable. It's very useful. Like when you're going out and about and you're going to work with, like me and my boyfriend, we went to a graveyard about a month ago to get some graveyard dirt. And we went at night. And when we were done, we saged ourselves off to keep anything from following us home. So sage is good for cleansing yourself off to keep away negative spirits. It's also useful like when you're moving to a new home and you want to make sure that the previous owner's energy is out of the place. You sage it off. And what you would do, if you're saging your body, you would light it, of course, and you could use a fan, you can use your hand to waft the smoke over your body. And if you're cleansing your house, you would use that to go in all the corners of your house, even in the the kitchen cabinets and under the sink and stuff like that. You want to get that smoke everywhere. And not everybody likes sage. So if you don't like sage, there is also cedar. You can burn frankincense on a charcoal disc. That's frankincense is great. It's very traditional. Cedar, it's really abundant. You can make your own cedar sticks. Practically everywhere in the United States there is some sort of cedar growing somewhere. It's popular as a landscape shrub, and there's trees that grow everywhere. It's really abundant. Unlike white sage, which is it's not quite endangered yet, but people harvest it so much from just like the wild that it's getting harder to come by. And if you buy it from somebody that you know harvested it in an ethical fashion. That's all I'm saying about that. Another popular way to cleanse is with water. Now you can, water and salt actually. You can get a bowl, and this bowl already has salt water in it, and you just sprinkle it around. There's also, oh, never mind. You also get an Asperger, which is not to be confused with Asperger syndrome. It's like almost like a little wand that you dip in the water. You can make one. I made one that looks a little bit like a witch's broom, but it's made with cedar twigs, and you dip it in the water and you could sprinkle it around. It's a lot easier to use a spray, and this spray just has water in it right now, but I'm going to get into how to make a cleansing spray to use in your home and to use in your body. There are also magical baths. If you really have some time, you need to get yourself in a magical bath, and you can use a variety of herbs. I recommend lavender, hyssop, lemongrass. You can use essential oils, or you can use the herbs themselves. Something that grows around here that I use sometimes is a poke root. You can make boil it in a pot of water, and then when you're finished with your showering off or your regular bath, you just, after it cools, you just pour it over your head, and that will remove anything. It will remove your own negative shit. It will remove negative shit that people have thrown at you if somebody has cursed you, which is actually pretty rare, but it happens. If you got the evil eye on you, that'll take care of it. Another cleansing method. A lot of people, talk about cleansing their crystals. Crystals need to be cleansed every once in a while if you work with them, or if you just have them sitting around. They pick up psychic dirt. They pick up actual dirt. And I think the best method of cleansing most of the quartz-based crystals is in salt water. A little bit of sea salt in a bowl of water. Put your crystal in there. Obviously, people confuse cleansing a crystal with charging it. They think that putting it out in the moonlight is going to cleanse it. It's not. You need to cleanse it first and then put it in the moonlight to charge it. But if you want to talk about healing, cleansing your body, you can use a crystal going over your limbs, outward. And all over your body. And then once you're done, this crystal has picked up some stuff from cleansing your body. You would put it in the bowl of water. Knife cleansing. Now, if you have someone in your life that is fucking with you, they make your life miserable, they have some sort of connection to you, and you want to release that connection. This can be an ex, This could be a relative. This could be a coworker. This could be somebody who has emotional tendrils sticking to you. They draw energy from you. And they live off of your misery. You want to do a knife cleansing. You get your knife and you go over your aura and you cut. Just visualize cutting away those negative tendrils that are sticking to you. You don't want those on you. Anytime you've had a partnership or a falling out with somebody, you need to cut those ties. It's a cut it out and then go take your bath. And once you're done with cleansing, you don't have to use all these methods. Use whatever works for the situation. But once you have cleansed, you then need to seal yourself up. Protection. Once you're clean, once you're clear, and you want to seal your energy up, you want to visualize a shield around you. You can visualize a shield around you me, I just picture just my aura, and it's not letting through anything that's going to harm me or hurt me, and if you've cleansed your house, you might want to seal it. You can go over your windows and draw pentagrams on the windows to keep away all negative influences from your house. You can hang a mirror on your door to drive away negative influences that try to enter. Sea salt and water drawn on the doors and the windows will keep away anything. You can create a witch bottle, which there's many examples on the internet and in books on how to do a witch bottle. Basically, you fill up a witch bottle, a bottle with pins and needles and broken glass and rusty nails, and then you piss in it. And you bury this under your house, or you bury it somewhere low down in your house. You could put it in the baseboards, behind the walls. You can put it in your, if you live in an apartment, you can put it in a closet or under the kitchen sink, and what it'll do is anything that tries to get at you will go to the bottle and get trapped there. And all those little nasty things that are in there will take care of whatever is bugging you. You can create a magical bag full of herbs and a protective sigil. Easy protective sigil is just your initials inside of a pentagram, or even the initials of your entire family inside of a pentagram, drawn on a piece of paper, stick it in the bag, put your protective herbs in there. Protective herbs like dragon's blood and mugwort and yarrow and sage, rosemary. Yeah, doing that will keep you protected. Like I said, visualize your shields when you go out and about. You could wear jewelry for protection. I made a evil eye bracelet with hematite beads and a moon and a skull that I wear all the time, and it protects me when I'm going out and about. It has to be cleansed right now. It's really dirty. I could feel it. It needs to be cleansed, but it's still protecting me. Once you have protected, you've cleansed and you've protected, you need to fill up that space yourself, whatever, with something positive now. So say you have cleansed your house. Now what? Well, you want to start doing some happy things in your home to make it homey. One of the traditions in that in East Texas, where I'm from originally, was once you moved into a house, the couple would go and have sex in every room of the house. And not only is that fun, but it also fills that space up with positive energy. And it blesses your home. This is another thing you can do when you, once you've cleansed your house, start baking cookies and making great meals and drinking wine and having fun. Also, you can open your windows on a sunshiny day and let that sunshine in there. That positive sunshine energy will cleanse and protect and fill it up with positive energy. You want that light to come in there. You want the air from outside to come in. It's not what if you got your wards up, if you got your protective symbols up, you're not going to get negative stuff, but you want to let that positive in. You want to let it in. You don't want to just keep everything out. You want to let good things into your house. Another thing, laughter. Turn on some funny ass comedy and laugh your ass off, and that laughter will cleanse and protect, banish anything that's fucking wrong, and it will fill the space up with that positive energy of laughter. You want that laughter. Laughter is very important. And it will also do your body, your physical body, some good to laugh. And if you've cleansed yourself, laughing will fill you up with joy and stuff. And the same with the sex. If you want to, if you've cleansed yourself, having sex or even masturbating and thinking about positive things while you're masturbating or having sex will fill you up with all kinds of good things. Yeah, so I'm going to pause for a second and I'm going to get ready so that I can show you how I make my cleansing water spray. So stay tuned. Hold on. So I'm back and I'm going to show you how I make my cleansing water. Now this is a spray bottle that you can get in just about anywhere. I mean, you can Walmart, dollar stores, and it's just this is water from the waterfall that I sent some of my other one of my other videos, but you could use filtered water, spring water, bottled water, tap water, whatever. Just any kind of water, just as long as it's water. I use this water because it's sacred to me, and it just has more of a magical feel to it. And I'm going to pour in to keep it cleansed. It keeps bacteria from growing. Basically, this is vodka. This is Crystal's Head Vodka, which it's filtered a certain way. It's filtered through Herkimer diamonds. So I find it to be more magical for me, but you can use any kind of cheap vodka or even rubbing alcohol. I have used rubbing alcohol before. And you just pour a little bit of that in there. And that will eliminate any bacterial growth, algae growth. And so I also have a little bit of rose water here. This rose water already came in a spray, and I use it also for cleansing, but this is a special recipe, so I'm going to use a little bit of my rose water in there. Okay. And now you're going to use essential oils. I got, first of all, lavender essential oil. It's extremely good for cleansing. If you can't get any other oil, just get lavender. It's going to be your most important oil. And drop some in there. And you want about 10 drops of lavender oil. Bottle. Next one, lemongrass. Lemongrass I use for uncrossing. Uncrossing is when you've crossed yourself up when you have a lot of bad luck from negative energy, from evil eye influences. Anytime somebody's like praying for you, but they're really trying to influence you in a bad way, cursing you. That doesn't happen as often as the praying for you part. But yeah, I'm going to put about that much lemongrass oil in there. Oh, it smells so good in here now. Oh, I love that smell. I'm going to put, this is hyssop oil. I have it in a little bottle. And I don't have a dropper on it. So I'm going to put about a capful. It's going to be equivalent about 5 drops of hyssop oil. Now, oils don't mix very well with water. Even essential oils don't, but that's okay because every time you use this, you're going to shake it up. I'm also going to put about the same amount of I'm going to say about 5 drops of Palmarosa. This is not necessary, but Palmarosa is very good for blessing. It's a very positive and sacred oil. And lastly, a little bit of sweet orange oil. I got Palmarosa on my finger. Got to wash my hands as soon as I get done with this video. Got some sweet orange oil, about 10 drops of that. And that came out so fast that it was hard to count the drops. You're going to want to put about 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt in the water. Let's see. And lastly, a quartz crystal. Now, every time you make this, you will keep putting the same quartz crystal in the bottle. This has been purified and blessed by sunlight rather than moonlight. You can use a moonlight blessed crystal. Quartz is the only crystal I've put out in the sunlight. Because there's no color that can bleach out of it. The sunlight hits it and it just fills it up with all kinds of good, positive stuff. And we put that in there and we seal the bottle, the spray bottle, and I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to tighten this so that while I'm shaking, nothing comes out. And every time you use this, you're going to want to shake it up real good because the oils have to blend with the water, or else you'll be spraying water and all the oil's going to be floating at the top. And loosen that. And it takes you got to prime the pump a little bit before it'll start spraying. Got to draw up the water through. There we go. And you just spray that around. And if you can't use sage, if you're allergic to smoke, you got asthma, this right here is wonderful for cleansing your space. So there you go. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to ask. I would appreciate anybody doing requests. I would appreciate if you check me out on Etsy. I have a Facebook page. So yeah, I want to hear from you guys. I'm just starting out this page. I've only got a few videos up, but I'm really excited. I want to do so much here, and I just thank you for watching, and thank you for spending some time with me today and learning a little bit of magic. And blessings, everybody.